go. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, how are you? My name is Dana and I do a monthly, bi-weekly budget. Starting to get into some sinking funds and cash envelopes, and I do budget-friendly DIYs on my channel, and I am so glad that you are here today. So today I'm going to be doing my March budget. This right here is actually my crafting desk. It's broken in places. And it also has gold everywhere. Not really sure why, but you won't be able to see that in a moment. Let me go ahead and get over to my budget. I budget in a very simple notebook. It was like $2 because I'm on a budget. Here we go. Okay guys, so I went back to my old little setup. I've been using these little pens. I got them on sale for like $2 at Target, actually. I thought that they were really cute and they smell good. This one says sugar grapefruit. I thought that they were super cute. I bought them because I want to start doing an envelope system so that I can start working on sinking funds and all of that good stuff. So here's what my setup is going to look like today. I'm going to go ahead and show you. So look, I started a sinking funds category. So sinking funds is just basically savings. You know where you need to save. You don't really know how you're gonna save, but whatever you have extra, you just go ahead and put them in one of these categories, and then eventually it builds up. So it gives you a savings for the future for certain things. So I'll go over that in a little bit. Right now I'm just gonna work on my regular budget. So I'm gonna use this pen today. Or sorry, this marker, because I don't like how that pen was working. Let's see. Alright, because I write on an angle. I'm weird, I know. Let's make sure that is on there. Okay, so for March 25th, I was able to get paid, and this is the real number of what I got paid in my paycheck. I did work a couple extra shifts, but that's why I was blessed with a good paycheck. So it was $952.19. So that's how much it was. I have like hair everywhere. My cat is like shedding, but there's hair everywhere. April 18th, I have no idea how much that is going to be. So the way that I do my budget is, this is how much I know I have to work with. This one right here is an estimation, and the lowest that my paycheck has ever been, unless I was missing like days of work because I was sick and forgot to put in time, has always been around $800. So I just always put that in there. That way I know where my money is going. If I do end up making more money, then I just revise it. So I go back, because I do get paid like bi-weekly. So in 2 weeks I will definitely come back and I will change this number, make sure that everything adds up, because sometimes things are more, sometimes things are less, sometimes I was very naughty and I spent money on things that I shouldn't have, and so I kind of have to compensate for it somewhere. So I always just estimate this. So this right here is going to give me a total of, let me go into here because math, I know it's 17, but plus 800. Now I do have direct deposit, so that's what my total is going to be. I do have direct deposit, and my bank is actually in Colorado still, which I kind of prefer it there, because like, can you imagine if I could get to my bank constantly? Like, I would always be taking money out and then being like, oh crap, I have to shove like $3 and change in there because I didn't budget correctly, and I'm about to overdraft. So it's a good thing that it's not in the same state as me. for the moment anyway, but I do have a bank here, which is why I have a bank fee, which I also don't like, but on to the budget. Alright, so my rent is coming up on the 1st, and then this is going to be $480. And if you're like, why do you have 3 separate categories? So I should have said this before I put in how much my rent was going to be, but this one right here is what I have to pay the first half of the month. I have to pay my rent. It's due on the 1st. My storage unit is due on the 1st. My parking fee is due on the 1st. My electric bill, technically it's due on like the 19th or something like that, but if you're late, they're not going to disconnect you unless you're like 2 or 3 months late. So this gets paid whenever I have the money. So that's what these are. These ones right here are automatic, and they, well, except for the phones, but like my Amazon, Verizon, and Disney Plus are automatic, and they get taken out. It's closer or after my second check. So my second check is going to be on the 8th, and my Amazon is due like, I think it's due like the 15th or something. So I always have to make sure that I have this amount in my bank. This one gets paid whenever I can, so it can be taken out of the first check or the second check. And then this right here is going to be the first check, and then I go on from there. So my rent was $480. My storage unit is $150. Okay, and my parking is a $25 fee, which is insane because in Providence, where I do live, they have like a parking ban, and it's $100 a year. But my landlord charges me $25 a month to park. So it'd be cheaper if I parked on the street than in my actual parking spot, but because it was part of my lease, I didn't have the option to opt out. So my electric, I have to give myself $208, and yay, it came down a little bit, but oh my god, it's still super expensive. So I'm trying to work with agencies to see if they can help me bring this down, but as of right now I don't have everything that they need, so I am paying this myself, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to find help with that. My gas bill is $179, which is again insane. And then my car insurance, it does fluctuate, but this month it's like $79 and change, so I'm gonna go ahead and put $80. I also, if you notice, I round up. This one right here, my storage unit is like $147, but I round up for $150. That way I have a buffer in my account just in case I need that money for something. So we're gonna come over here to Amazon. This one right here is $7. And again, if you guys get any kind of assistance, so I, because of the virus, which it's kind of helping me a little bit, but I do get medical. And so because my kids are having or get medical, and then they finally approved me for Medicaid, I was able to talk to Amazon, and they cut my bill in half. So if you, I think they do food stamps as well. I'm not 100% sure, but with Medicaid, if you have this, talk to Amazon or go Google it. It will send you to a link, and then they will just ask you for proof. You just, I think you give them a picture, like you take a picture of your Medicaid card, and then it goes down for you. Right, for Verizon, I pay, it's $99 a month. But again, I have that little buffer in there. My Disney Plus is coming out. It didn't come out this month in March, so I'm thinking it's gonna be in there in April. So this is $8 if I choose to keep it. My phone is I have a crappy phone with a picture of a really hot guy. I love this guy, he's so cute. It's about to be changed though, because right now I'm like crushing hard on Michael B. Jordan. So I'm probably gonna change that soon. But anyway, my phone is a total wireless. So my thing is only $35. You go in there to like Walmart, they have it at Walgreens, CVS, Target, stuff like that. You just buy a phone card for it. My phone was $60. I bought it in September, I believe, when I got my income taxes, and it's actually been lasting me for a very, very long time. So I haven't really had a problem, except for every like 3 months they decide that my phone number isn't my phone number, and I have to prove that it's my phone number and somehow get it back. It's just, it's not the phone, it's the phone company, so just be aware of that. But because of tax, I'm gonna go ahead and budget $40 for that. And then for my phone, or the second phone I should say, is my son's. And I get him he doesn't really talk to anybody. He just basically calls me, or he has a couple of friends that he talks to every now and then. But I feel like a child, or not child, but a teenager should have a phone. So I give him this one. My daughter has a phone as well, but hers is an Obama phone. So I don't pay nothing. I just have to prove that I still have medical for someone in my household. Alright, so these are all my main bills. Now I'm going to move on to this. Now, my car situation has not changed. I did get that stimulus. So I am in the market for, I've been looking for cars everywhere, and hopefully I'll be able to find one soon. But I am still using the car that I should not be using. Don't tell anybody. But I'm using it because $30 every 2 weeks is cheaper than $210 a month for bus passes. So I'm going to give myself, this is the first half of the month, and this is the second half of the month. So this is going to be the first paycheck. This is the second paycheck. So for my gas, I'm giving myself a budget of $30 for each. So that's like $15 a week, and I don't use my car unless I have to. So it's bringing my kids to the bus stop and me going to work, and then that is it. I am literally on one road. It just drives all throughout the town from where I live until my job or whatever. Well, it's one road and then a turn, but I don't really drive it anywhere else, so I don't want to get in trouble. For the house situation, I am going to go ahead and budget myself $10 for the first half, because I literally don't need anything right now. I might need some dish soap, but we have everything. We have garbage bags, we have everything that you could possibly think of. So for the second half, or in 2 weeks, I'm not really sure. So I am just going to put myself $20. I'm trying to cut back on all this stuff too, because I feel like I'll be in like the grocery store, or I'll even be at work and be like, oh, I need this for my house. And it's like, Dana, you do not need that. Like, what are you going to do with like paper clips that look like baby sloths? Like, yeah. Oh, and I did buy them, by the way. I was in Hobby Lobby and I bought them. Let me see, I'll show it to you. Yeah, look. Aren't they the cutest? They're baby sloths. So, I did not need these at all, and they're $2.99. So, I'm trying to, because I'm like, oh, I'll just take it out of my house budget. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm cutting back on this. I usually give myself $25, but I really want to start doing sinking funds. So, for pets, I always give them $15 every 2 weeks, because cat litter is about $8 to $9, and a bag of cat food is about $4. If you buy a bigger bag, it could be about $8. Bigger than that, it's anywhere from $11 to $15. Sometimes I just buy like huge things of cat litter, the first like half, and then the second half I'll buy like that huge bag of food, and then they're good. For food, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a budget of $100. Okay, so I ran out of memory. Oh, a little card. So where was I? My food budget is $100, and then for the second half it is going to be $80. Now I still have tons of canned goods, and then actually my kids' school has been sending home canned goods, and they've been sending home like milk and stuff like that for my kids, so it's been kind of helping a lot. They've put this like new program in there, so I'm spending even less on food, which is good and something that I need. And then my Easter is next Sunday, guys. We have a week. It's crazy. But Easter, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself $20. And then for my debt, I do have a debt that I pay every month. It's supposed to be $25 every 2 weeks, but because of the virus and because I'm poor, I pay them whatever I can. So I pay them $25 a month. If I have extra, I try to give that to them. Now onto my sinking funds. So I actually have been coming up with a lot of things that I really want to start saving for. Guys, guess what just happened? You will never guess. Never. I mean, like, oh, did you guess? Yeah, so I ran out of memory again. Oh, sorry. So, where were we? Alright, so all of this right here is going to be like my regular, this is what I pay every single month now, because I have been picking up overtime and extending some of my hours. My check was like $100 more. It's actually less than last month, but it's doing pretty good for right now. So I have $100 remaining from all of this. Let me see. Here it is. So this is how much my budget was for the month, or how much my income was, and we are just going to go ahead and subtract some of this. So $480. My kid is stalking me, and by stalking I mean standing next to me pretending like I don't see her. They can hear you breathing.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
Hi guys, subscribe to my mom so I can eat for the week.
I like how you say that like YouTube pays me to put my crap up here. YouTube is like, I don't know who you are. I don't recommend your channel. I don't know why you're coming here constantly. But it's okay. So my remaining balance is going to be $100 after I went ahead and did that. Here, let me show you. All of that came to $100. So with my new $100 balance and not really knowing where I'm going to put it and not really wanting to go anywhere because of my car situation, I'm going to go ahead and start doing some sinking funds for the first time on my channel. So I'm going to go ahead and make a detailed video in the future, just saying what all of my sinking funds are going to be, how I'm going to do it, my cash envelopes, just everything. But for right now, this is what I'm going to be putting into my sinking fund category. So the first one is going to be family time, which is going to get $5. And eventually we will go to the zoo and we will see penguins.
Yeah.
But not polar bears because they got rid of them. Depression. I'm going to have a house category. So for house, this is furniture, anything that I might need, upgrading stuff, anything that I'm kind of saving for. Like I really want to do a headboard or get a headboard for my bed. I want to try to get a new dresser, stuff like that. I'm going to put $5 into this category. My emergency fund, this is like totally missing a D. I'm gonna put this here, You knew that day was there, right? It was just silent. That's why it was invisible. So my emergency fund is going to get $10. My car fund is going to get $10, and this is going to be for registration, is going to be for car taxes, transferring my license from Colorado to here, all that good stuff. My vacay, we are going on vacation, and when we're supposed to go on a Disney cruise, they've canceled all Disney cruises until August at this point. So I don't know if we're going to be able to sail, but I'm going to be moving this to another day, and so instead we are going to go to Halloween Horror Nights. So I'm going to start saving for this. This one right here is going to be $38. This is what it's going to get. For moving, my budget is going to be $10. So right now I still have this storage unit in Colorado, and I need to go get it. Me and my friend have been talking a lot. Shout out to Jen. Hi Jen, love you, miss you. But we've been talking about how I can kind of get this stuff, but I kind of really have to go through it, because I was not planning on moving. I thought I was going to get an apartment, and so everything just kind of like came out of one place and went into the other with no like rhyme, reason, no organization. So I don't really even know what's in there. Like, to be honest with you, there's probably like canned goods and everything in there, because we were not planning on leaving. We had to leave. So that's how we ended up here. So I need like, oh my god, a U-Haul is like $2 grand. So I'm still working on this one. For my daughter, I'm going to start saving money for her clothes for back to school or summer clothes. So I'm going to put $5 in this one. For my son, he is going to get the same, which is $5. I need a new laptop because mine is extremely old and barely works, hence the reason why I don't edit videos as good as I would like to, or really at all, because it takes forever for anything to like come up. I can't even get online a lot of the times because it's like so old. And so I need a new laptop, especially since I'm trying to get into nursing school right now. And then YouTube, I'm just going to put $2, which is most likely going to go toward envelopes, because I've been watching a lot of people with their envelopes, and I have envelope jealousy. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and subtract all of this. So 5, 10, my neighbors are like, or were out there just staring at me. I guess they left because I made them uncomfortable talking to myself in my bedroom. But it's okay.
I'm sitting here, so you don't look that insane.
So this gives me a 0 balance, which is, ta-da, if you couldn't guess it, I do a 0-based balance. So this is what my budget is going to look like for this month. Again, my rent, all my utilities, all of my bills are always paid first. Then it comes down to eating and anything that we could possibly need for the rest of the time. And then now my newest categories are going to be sinking funds. And then I have one more here. And remember how I, in the last video, said I had like $310? Well, I do not have that money anymore. So I am trying to open a secured credit card with my bank, and they told me that it was $300 was the minimum. So I just paid them $300. They put it into a savings account. They are supposed to be freezing that once I get approved. They said I should be approved within the next 2 weeks. So hopefully, because I'm trying to build my credit score is under 600, guys, because of my bankruptcy. And I paid off my bed. My bed helped raise it a lot, but it's still under 600. So I'm really trying. I'm really trying to get a house, because my charge off date was October. So this October I'll be eligible to buy a house. So I want to start saving to buy a house. I want to start doing everything, because I don't want to pay this apartment, like you guys know that I get Section 8, but this apartment is $12.50. I live in the middle of the ghetto. I have to pay an extra fee just to park my car, regardless if I have a car or not. And like, it's just not a safe area. There's shootings, there's murders, there's just everything, and I kind of really want to get out of this. I don't live in the good part. I live in the part where you Google it and they are like, don't ever go there, and if you're there, lock your doors. So that's unfortunately where I am. So I am trying to get out of here. I'm trying to get to at least a little better area, maybe where my kids go to school, because they do go to school in a different district. And I'm really hoping that I don't have to keep moving them, and we'll be able to buy a house closer to there, because rent out there is like $800, but you can buy a house and pay like a $700 mortgage. So that's my goal. I have a year, so hopefully I can accomplish this, especially with all the stimulus that have been coming in and just everything else. And I don't need a fancy car. I don't need, you know, brand new stuff. I don't need new like J's. I don't need anything. Like, we are very, very humble. So, and we're used to living on a tight budget. When you're poor and that's kind of all you know, unfortunately, like, that's all you know. Like, you don't know what to do with money. So when I get money, I go on vacation, because I don't know what to do with the money, which it brings memories for me and my kids, which is always good. But this year it looks like we're going to be getting a lot of stimulus, tax credits for children, just everything. Once everything comes together, still haven't gotten my income taxes. Hopefully they come soon. But I did get that stimulus, so after buying the car, I'm going to have a lot of saving to do. So that's where all of these sinking funds are going to be coming into place. But I hope that you guys have a really good day. Alright, start budgeting, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.